Hey, what's going on, guys? DLegend here. We are going to be tackling the Hades Cup for the 4th anniversary of Global. We're going to get 6,000 free jewels here, and then we'll see what we're going to do with them. So this Hades Cup, I believe, is predominantly power-based, so a magic setup would be amazing. For the first few rounds, it literally will not be difficult, so I'm just going to be bringing this in. I'll go through all the rounds with you guys. I'll probably make a few different setups, and we'll beat this entire thing. And then I'll talk about a few different setups that could probably work at the end as well. I'm assuming this is probably pretty doable for most players, as long as you have a decent metal base, and as long as you know what you're kind of doing. If you don't, I'll kind of try to talk you through it, and try to help you out as much as I can. The first 10 rounds, first 8 rounds will be pretty easy, all straightforward. And then after round 9 or 10, it'll probably start getting harder. I think you get 1,000 jewels at round 10, and then the other 5,000 at round 15. So this is pretty sweet, because in total, for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Global's 4th anniversary, we are going to be getting 17,000 jewels at least, just for logging in, just for doing the Hades Cup, and just for doing the quiz event. Because it's 1,000 for the quiz event, 6,000 for the Hades Cup, and then we're going to get 10,000 just for logging in. And then obviously we have the chance to win 10,000 jewels every single week starting today. So on the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th, we'll actually have a chance to win 10,000 jewels every single week. So hopefully there's 50 players per week that win 10,000 jewels, so hopefully I get one of the winning raffle ballots, I guess. But I guess we'll see how that goes. If you guys are one of the lucky ones, make sure to let me know in the comments below, because I'm really quite interested to see who wins these prizes, because I believe it's anybody that's played the game since January 2018 is eligible. So even if you haven't logged in, you might get 10,000 free jewels, and that means there's a bunch of accounts that are made that probably will get jewels, and they probably won't do anything with them because they probably don't play the game anymore. Anyways, we are on round 5. This is still pretty straightforward. There's no other mechanics other than just the enemy being there. Naminé is taking them all out. So it's nice to pick up a few gems from this, a few magic brooms and Fantasia Mickey Bees from this. Yeah, there's, like, historically the Hades Cup has been really difficult, especially back in the day of being a free-to-play player, completely free-to-play player. Ever since Supernova kind of came out, Hades Cups have been pretty easy overall, I'd say. Same with Pegasus Cup. I think we've only had one of those in my lifetime at least. And then maybe I think we've had one Fill Cup as well in my lifetime for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. But yeah, I think there's maybe been 4 or 5 Hades Cups in total, in Global at least. In JP, I believe there's been a few more. For whatever reason, JP always gets special treatment. Anyways, that is round 7, I think, or 8. Still, like I said, not super challenging. It's gonna be a really long video. Hopefully we can keep it under 12 to 15 minutes. Yeah, my Naminé is just destroying everything right now, so guess we'll stick with that until we have to change it up. I'd say Naminé is still probably the best metal in the game. Yeah, if you beg to differ, please let me know in the comments below. But I'd say Naminé is possibly the best metal in the game. Just for general overall use. Because it buffs anything. It is a very good damage dealing metal. Oh, it's not loading. Oh, there we go. And it fits all power slots basically, and it's a really good buffer even if you don't have any power slots on that Keyblade. Has a really solid multiplier, solid supernova effect. And if you have extra attack on on a copy of it, you get 9,000 strength just from that. So that is pretty good in my opinion. Other medals that are really solid would be Elsa, Supernova ++ Elsa, as well as Supernova ++ Kingdom Hearts 3 Lee. I'd say those are probably the two other best medals per se in the game. Yeah, don't know what else to tell you. If you guys want me to make a video on the best medals in the game at the moment, then let me know in the comments below. I could probably do that. Yeah, okay, so there's 1,000 jewels for beating round 10. Now we're just waiting for 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we get to face the Martial Monkey here. So it should get significantly harder here. As you can see, the sky changed colors. We are in the end game for Coliseum, basically. This is also what Deluxe Coliseum looks like, PvP Coliseum looks like, for rank weeks like this week. There's actually another, there's another 1,000 jewels for free for the top 7,000 players for PvP this week. So that's another 1,000 jewels. So that's 18,000 jewels for free right there. That's good for a 5-pull Mercy, and then 1 pull on top of that. So yeah, guys, you guys decide what you guys want to do with your jewels. I would personally recommend just saving for the time being. If you're a newer player, maybe pull on the banner once or twice. And then save the rest of your jewels. Just because you can actually pull copy medals from the banner. You can pull Sephiroth, you can pull Elsa, you can pull Lee. You can pull basically any supernova medal in the game from that banner. Anyways, I am not paying attention to this right now. So I'm literally not doing anything, I'm just letting it run. This setup is pretty good, not gonna lie. For the last few quests, I might just make a setup that's a little less crazy, so that more of you can just copy it and go from there. But this is pretty straightforward from what I understand. 3 rounds left. Let's just run through it again here. So the meta right now is essentially you're just trying to buff your strength. So not your general strength, your like overall strength for each medal. So that's 2,000 right there. That's plus 4,000 right there. That's plus 7,000 right there because lingering will actually gives you an extra 1,000 upon copying whatever you're copying. And then we're gonna go ahead and pop off some of our supernovas to continue to buff our strength. These guys only last 2 attacks each. But that's okay, I just wanted to pop them off for the damage. And there you have it, guys. What else do I have to tell you? Maybe I'll start bringing in a weaker setup just for this. For 14 and 15. Be right back. Okay guys, I have another setup. It's not necessarily weaker, it's actually better for this type of quest because I have magic medals for the power-based enemies, which is super effective against power-based enemies. Nominate is obviously there just to buff. It's not going to do any damage. Demix is there with basically perfect traits to copy Elsa. Elsa has perfect traits, amazing medal. If you guys don't have Elsa, like, maybe pull in the banner, because you might get her. She's an awesome medal, and she was 100% worth it back in the day when she was a 5-pull Mercy. Anyways, second form Sora here. And he does some pretty good buffing as well. Plus 1,500 for upright medals for 1 turn, and then he also buffs plus 4,000 for upright base medals with a supernova for 1 turn. Perfect traits for him. Ava. Perfect traits, and does buff a little bit, but it's mainly there for damage. Does buff 1,000 for each medal. And then Rage Form Sora is a beautiful copy medal. So we do have 2 copy medals in the setup. And we're going to be bringing in... Let's just bring in some new chill. Yeah, let's bring in Yensid. With decent traits, not an amazing skill per se. But just to make it more accessible to most of you, I just wanted to do something like this. So we do have to watch his attack, his hit counter there. No, his attack counter there. So red counter is an attack counter, and the blue counter that he does not have is a hit counter. So this just counts special attacks, but if you have medals like Elsa that don't actually affect the count, or actually increase the count, then you don't really have to worry about it. Obviously, it's beneficial to do some recovery buffing. So if you get rid of all that counter there, you're actually going to be able to keep all of your buffs for this turn when he kills you. And then you'll be able to carry them on to the next turn. I don't think we're going to need that for this particular quest, because it doesn't look all that difficult. But we're going to be popping off some more supernovas to start buffing our strength up. Yeah, what else can I tell you? I think we'll be able to kill this in less than 1 turn. Just look at that strength buff, and then look at that damage. Maybe I'll slow it down for you guys just a little bit, so you can kind of see what's going on. But yeah, that was pretty straightforward. We're going to go ahead and do quest number 15 with this same setup. A sun gem there, 1 moon gem. I think 1 of each gem, as well as 1 Fantasia Mickey B and 1 magic broom from this entire quest, or this entire event. So we do have the Demon Tide in the last round, and 5,000 jewels. So let's get it. Obviously, if you guys want to bring in different friend medals that are technically better than Yensid, do it up. If you have the new Roxas medal as a shared friend medal, or if you have like a Perfect Traits Yensid or Kirit 22, bring it in. Anyways, let's go ahead and run this last quest here for our 5,000 jewels. So this one actually does have an attack counter, and so we need to be careful of that when we're using Second Form Sora, because Second Form Sora does affect counters, and he does like 11 hits per cast, and I do have extra attack on him, so that is 22 counters down right there. So we'll just keep an eye on that, but let's go ahead and buff all these. We'll buff up with all our beautiful medals here. Only using Yensid there before I use these supernovas so I can deal a bit more damage. Okay, on to the next. So we're going to use Demix to copy Elsa there to deal some damage and to buff. We want some combo hits for Elsa because she's our strongest medal in this setup probably. Here 22 here, so that brings the counter down quite a bit. Just a heads up there. That does decrease the counter as well, so this we're actually going to take this and use it to our advantage if we don't kill it first. Never mind, we're going to kill it. However, if I didn't kill it, I would actually be able to carry over that 43,500 strength buff to the next turn, and that would be super useful considering you only have to do this without continuing. So if I brought it, I'll bring it in a really weak setup just to show you guys what I mean, and we'll kind of go from there. Be right back. Okay, so I'll try to show you guys what I mean by this. We're going to be bringing this basically the same setup, except we switched the medals from one slot to another. So we are actually not going to be increasing the count of the counter there by copying Ava instead of Elsa. And then we're going to be using Second Form Sora in the second last slot there. So I'll kind of try to show you guys what I mean real quick here. I'm going to speed it up a bit. So as you can see, I'm not going to be buffing as much here, just because I don't want to screw up what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm going to be bringing this down. We're going to cast Elsa a couple times. Second form. Okay, so we're going to be able to do this. Okay, so there you have it. He's going to kill us because we triggered his counter, but we do have that 31,000 strength, and we're going to keep it for this turn. Everything stays. So it'll be so much easier to kill this guy, even if I don't use the rest of my supernova here. If I did, I would have higher strength, but again, I wouldn't necessarily need to do this in 2 turns then. But there you have it, guys. There's another strategy for you to beat the last round for this quest. That goes for the second last round as well. If you can manage to get rid of the attack counter, which is slightly more difficult to do, then you can keep buffs for the next turn if you use recovery buffing. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was informational and helpful. If you guys need any other help, let me know in the comments below. I'll leave a link to my Discord in the description below as well, just so you have it. And you can ask me questions there, and I will definitely answer. It's pretty dead right now, not gonna lie. But if you guys are interested in kind of restarting that entire thing, let me know, and we can probably set that up. As long as we have people there talking and that are active, then it usually is pretty solid. So anyways, I will catch you all soon. That was 5,000 free jewels there from the Hades Cup for the 4th anniversary of global Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more Kingdom Hearts Union Cross content, and I will catch you all soon. Peace out, guys.